Chris Benoit was a Canadian professional wrestler often considered among the greatest wrestlers, and no matter how great his career was, he murdered his wife, his 7-year-old son, and then killed himself. Chris Benoit was born Christopher Michael Benoit on May 21, 1967, in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. According to his father, Chris was obsessive as a child, totally in love with the idea of becoming a wrestler, and started preparing himself by the age of 12. In high school, he won numerous awards in wrestling, bodybuilding, and had unwavering focus on becoming a world-class wrestler. Tom Billington and Bret Hart were his inspiration as a kid, and he attended several wrestling shows where these two performed. Over the course of the next 15 years, Benoit became one of the most prolific wrestlers. In terms of his tactical style and fanbase, he's one of the most accomplished wrestlers in the game. In 2000, Benoit married his second wife, Nancy. They had one child together in 2003. In the early years of his marriage, Nancy filed for a divorce from the wrestler, and got a restraining order. He had exhibited violent behavior around the home. At the time, the marriage was said to be irrevocably broken, though eventually she decided to drop both the divorce suit and restraining order. Back on the wrestling scene, Benoit was taking steroids and testosterone that were not approved by World Wrestling Entertainment to use. Several other WWE wrestlers were found to have been using the same illegal steroids, and at the time, the abuse and the dangers of these drugs became a major story in professional wrestling. By June 25, 2007, Benoit had missed a number of events scheduled to take place over the weekend prior. The WWE requested a welfare check on the then 40-year-old Benoit. Upon arriving at his Georgia home, authorities found Benoit's wife, Nancy, wrapped in a towel. She had died from asphyxiation. Their son was also found dead, apparently strangled. Benoit placed a Bible next to each of their bodies. Benoit killed himself by hanging on his lat pull-down machine. Authorities determined that the murders and suicide were committed over the course of 3 days. Autopsy results showed that Benoit might have drugged his son with Xanax before the murder. Nancy had trace amounts of alprazolam and hydrocodone in her system, but at minimal enough level that doctors didn't deem it to be in direct connection to the crimes. Benoit's toxicology report was much more severe. Xanax, hydrocodone, and a very high level of testosterone were found in Benoit's system. Tests conducted on his brain revealed that his brain resembled the brain of an 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient. It was claimed that several blows to his head during his wrestling career had caused irreversible damage to his brain, which led to mood swings, violent behavior outside the ring, and psychotic behavior.